And introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in 75.3 kilograms and trains under Ross Pearson out of Central Coast MMA. His amateur record stands at 2 wins, 1 loss. Fighting out of Terrigal, New South Wales, Australia, this is Blake Maryska! And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 74.5 kilograms and trains under Kerry Dunn out of Shindo New Breed MMA, boasting an amateur record, 2 wins, 1 loss, fighting out of Brisbane, Australia. Make some noise for Mad Max Kruger! And when our action begins, our referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
Thomas Churchill, the man in the middle for this one. Blake Maryska fighting out of the blue corner. Mad Max in the red. This one scheduled for three-minute rounds. Eternal Amateur Super Lightweight Division. No touch of gloves. Center cage for Kruger.
Look at the difference in postures and intent. Got big old Blake Maryska standing tall up against the fence, trying to use his range. Max Kruger pressing forward, showing the intentions that he might look to wrestle shortly. Big T.
Well, you asked me what I was doing at 16 years of age. I certainly wasn't that big at 16. You can see a towering figure is Blake Maryska.
Yeah, Blake Maryska, I was talking to him downstairs, and he's got nice, clean boxing, good, clean striking, but feels that if this one hits the mat, which is inevitable it might at some stage with the intentions early from Kruger, then he feels that he's got the opportunity to put him away down there as he lands a big shot, T.
Well, down goes Kruger momentarily. Not sure if that was a slip or a combination of both. A strike from Maryska, sending him to the canvas momentarily. Do we see Kruger implement a grapple if he can't get those hands away? He's landed a few shots thus far, but Maryska seems to be finding his timing as right on cue, Kruger moves in for a clinch. Unsuccessful.
Yeah, Kruger looking to fake levels as he fakes a couple up there. He goes skyward with the Superman punch and mixing it up nicely. And Blake just content to try and pick him off as he comes in. Good strong check. It's narrowed up Blake's base a little bit now, those low kicks from Max Kruger. Crescent kick off the right leg from Blake, switches back to orthodox, slides out of the way of a rampaging Max, and a good crisp right hand over the top gets the attention of Kruger.
Yeah, both these guys are landing quite flush. It's a matter of volume for Max Kruger as he looks to land. Short overhands.
He's really earnest, isn't he, Max Kruger, as he comes forward. There's some good intentions on the inside, bit of dirty boxing. He's powerful, is Max Kruger. There's a real difference between a man and a 16-year-old in terms of strength, you know, man strength.
Absolutely.
And he's, I feel like if he could put him up against the cage, that he would probably have a significant strength advantage there. I'd like to see Max just maybe use a single leg to drive him as he's in on one now. Doesn't look like anything's doing. Blake does well to negate it. Yeah, I'd like to see Max put Blake up against the fence and wear him a little bit.
Let's see if he can do that. Just over 30 seconds now. Our second bout of the evening here at Eternal 86. Main event coming up on our main card. Live and exclusive on UFC Fight Pass. Eternal Welterweight Championship on the line between Lachlan Stitt and John Vaquer. Final 20 seconds now in this one, Matt.
Yeah, it's been pretty back and forth. Both guys have had some big moments as we see Blake go chest to chest up against the cage to see this one out.
The clapper goes, final 10 seconds. Back and forth they went for 3 minutes. And Thomas Churchill is going to try and figure it out over the next 3 minutes.
Big tall Blake Maryska takes the center. I think that's the key for him to establish that jab and big long kicking game as he switches back and forth. Max Kruger coming out in southpaw early on in this round. Hands wide, looking to parry the long strikes from Blake. Pressing forward, there's a good left hand from Blake, gets in under the hips, body lock now, goes skyward and slams Max Kruger down to the ground. Needs to be careful of the guillotine. Max does well to get back up to his feet. Good exchange between the pair.
Excellent exchange, and you talk about man strength, Matt Williams. How about the strength from the young teenager?
Yeah, not having any of this. Is he? Oh, beautiful straight right hand over the top of the lead hand of Max Kruger. He's boxing well. Is young Blake. Faking well on the outside. Good jab. Max tries to shoot it on the hips, but there's nothing in front of it. He's just telegraphing that one a little bit.
Well, you can almost feel he's starting to take away some of the momentum that Max may have thought he had in round number 1. Personally, I thought it was a great round for Max Kruger, but you can see some swelling over that right eye. Maryska starting to take charge, but Max 1 from 1 in takedowns, and it comes in round 2.
It was interesting that Blake feels like he's going to have the superior advantage down here on the ground. So let's see what happens here as we're halfway through round number 2, and it's side control for Max Kruger. Big, hard pinning position. He's got the crossface in place, so he might look to go to mount from here perhaps. Side control, not a great position to do ground and pound from. Given it's a pin, you need to stay chest to chest, and any space that you give the bottom player allows them to insert frames to. As we see the left frame of, oh, now he's got an underhook. Oh, Max Kruger looking to the scarf hold, might finish here. Shoulder submission from the scarf hold from Max Kruger. A touch of the old school at Southport Sharks.
How about that for Main Street, combined with a bit of technique as well. Submission victory in round 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge has called a stop to this fight at 2 minutes and 7 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner via submission due to Americana, Mad Max Kruger.